Hello YouTube, thanks for watching. So in this video I want to share with you guys a free tool that you can use, 100% free. You can use it as much as you like, and I'm going to show you how you can generate graphics even with your face on it. But it's not just a tool for generating with your face on something or whatever. It's just an image, it's an AI image generator. It's 100% free. So I posted this yesterday, got quite an interesting engagement. People said they thought it was funny. So I paired it with a kind of a feeling unstoppable, blah, blah, blah. And it's quite funny. So I also made another post day before. This was a kind of a Halloween graphic of me. And I also posted this video here of a Jedi, but it was actually, this was done in this was started in the same tool, but then I used another video. I might touch on that, but the video generator is kind of hit and miss, and I may not mention that because it's very difficult to get reasonably good. It usually comes out pretty awful, to be honest. I think AI video tools, it depends on what you're doing, are quite sort of in their infancy, and sometimes you can get some amazing results. Depends on what you're trying to generate. But I may not just go over that. I'm really going to just talk about the AI image generating tool that allowed me to do this, and you can pretty much get good results pretty much every time. Because it's free and you can use it unlimited, if you don't get the result you're looking for, you can keep generating, and it's a really cool tool. Here is a few other things I made. So it's quite easy to generate stuff. So this was another thing I created, and obviously I couldn't create the bottle using the image generator, so I added that later. This was actually layered in. I told the AI tool to add a bottle, but it wasn't quite the right bottle, so I just layered that in, and then I just cut out using the lasso tool so that the hand looks like it's coming above. So if you use the lasso tool, you can use the feathered feature. This is Photopea, by the way, a free web-based tool. You can go to this free web-based tool and you can just do a few interesting things. But that was something that was quite interesting. And then this was another thing that I did. I just added this layer. So it started off with this bottle here from the AI tool. Got my face in there. And then it's got our E3 from Live Good. So yeah, basically the tool is called PicLumen. It's 100% free, and this is not stuff that I made, but you can explore what other people have made just to get some ideas. But some pretty cool stuff. But he created a few interesting things, as you can see. So yeah, and they've got my face on it almost. But I'm going to show you another tool that can enhance your face to make it look even better. So some of them actually come out pretty well, even with your face, but then you can actually make it a whole lot better. But I'll show you. But this was pretty impressive from the start. This was the original graphic that used my face, but then I decided to put it into another tool, and where were we? This one. And I actually enhanced the face to make it look more like me. But already it was still looking very good. So even if you just use this tool alone, without the other tool I'm going to share with you a bit later is a kind of a face swap. You put your photo in there and it'll swap the face out, and it does an amazing job. You can also use it for free. It has limited number of credits that you can use per day, but you do get free credits, and if you do decide to upgrade. But anyway, this tool I'm going to talk about first. So I guess, as I say, this is PicLumen, and there's a lot of things you can do with this. This was something I did jumping off Dubai. But this was the face is not looking too bad. Again, you can bring it into the other tool I'm going to share with you. So sometimes the tool doesn't quite do things that you're really looking for, but on the whole, it comes out with some pretty good stuff. So let me just share with you what you can do. So first of all, you've got the model, the mode. This is generally the best one to use, PicLumen Realistic version 2. But they've also got anime, they got line art, and they got I think this is the original thing. You can just mouse over this and it tells you a little bit about what each model will allow you to do. So for this demonstration, I'm going to show you the realistic one. You can also set the dimensions. So if you just want something square, you can keep it at square. If you want something for like a story post for social media, you can, or TikTok or whatever, you can select that one. But that's for the size. If you want to create a whole bunch in batch up to 4, just so that you can pick out the one that you like, then you can select generate 4 at a time. If you don't speak English and you want to just write something in a different language, you can just then write it in your own language and then click this button. It'll automatically turn the prompt into English. If you're not very good at writing prompts, then you can just write a rough kind of what you want, and then you can click this button and it'll enhance the prompt automatically. Now, here's how you get your face in there. There are a number of other tools we'll talk about, such as negative prompts. This will allow you to put in something that you don't want specifically, that it's important not to have. I don't often use that. And there's a few other options I'm not really using that much. And there's a few things I need to explore. But yeah, basically, if you want to just add your picture in there, so what I do, you can upload images that they actually allow you to save in your account. So I've saved this. This is my picture. So I just add that in there. And then it asks you a question like, so this image reference, what is it? What type? So you can select content reference, style reference, or character reference. Now in this case, I'm going to select character reference because it specifically looks for the face of the character. So when you type a text prompt in here, it'll put your face on the character. So let me give you an example of a text prompt I created in ChatGPT, because I use ChatGPT a lot, and I asked it to give me a prompt. You just tell it how you want, and then see how it comes out. And then you just paste the prompt in there. Obviously, as I said, if you're just starting from scratch and you're not very good at doing text prompts, you can just type something and then select the prompt enhancer, and it'll actually re-articulate it in a better way. So anyway, I'm going to just show you guys how this works out. We click generate. And while it's doing it, I'm just going to continue talking, because this little bar here, strength, I usually keep it about midway. But what it does is it allows you to, it says the higher the value, the more reference effect. So if you put it really high, it'll actually give maybe a more reference to the graphic. But sometimes it sometimes comes out a little bit wrong or overdone. I usually feel that the midway is better, but you can play around with that. Anyway, I'm just going to pause it now. It doesn't take too long. It takes probably about 30 seconds to generate. But we'll just pause it. So here we are. So obviously the prompt was a suave, sophisticated, middle-aged man, like the classic James Bond. My idea was to get something like the original kind of James Bond with Sean Connery in the casino, in the Dr. No scene. Just gives you an idea. But out of these, you could just come up with something. Let's say, for example, I don't know, maybe something like this. You can also enhance it. You've got a few other enhancement tools, upscale, for example, and then you can upscale it. So this is the graphic that it enhanced. It upscaled it. So in other words, it gave it more detail. You probably won't notice the difference, but if you zoom in, you'll see probably the difference. But then I'm going to download it now, and then I go over to this new tool called Face. I don't know. It's called like Face Swap. It's a free tool. I've actually got some credits, but you can use free credits every single day. So what you do is you just drag and drop the graphic that you want. So I'm going to just drag that in there. And then I'm going to, obviously you want to upload your target photo, which I've got in there already. So this is your target face. And then you just use one credit to put your face over there. It's probably a bad image of me where I had this kind of issue on my lip. But as you can see it, and you can't really see, let me just download it. So that there's a kind of me, I suppose. You can also upscale it again if you want. It may not make much difference, but if you just upscale it, click that button, and you use one more credit to upscale it. It gives it more detail or it enhances it. it may not make too much of a difference, but it doesn't take very long. I don't think you can really see much difference, but so yeah, you can see it's quite detailed. But anyway, I mean that's basically the tool. So I mean I'm not sure if I gave a good example here, but if you think about an example of what you want to generate, like I don't know, a superhero or a famous person, I don't know, like for example. So let's say I just type generate a graphic of Prince Charles eating a pizza, just as an example. I'm just going to delete that because I'm not going to use my face for this. And then you can just enhance the prompt, see what it comes out with or suggests. So it's given me an enhanced prompt. So let's see what it comes out with. I click generate. So as you can see, we've got a we've generated a graphic of Prince Charles eating pizza. I don't know why it looks like he's got some kind of cotton bud. I don't know, but yeah, as you can see, it's pretty impressive. So the interesting thing is that some AI tools would not allow you to do that because of their terms and conditions. You're using the word Prince Charles, but this tool doesn't have. It's not so strictly filtered, so you can come out with all kinds of things just for fun. But yeah, I guess you'd need to be careful if you're going to post stuff on social media. But yeah, it's kind of fun to see. Just to give you an idea of the kind of fun graphics you could come out with to sort of spice up your social media or whatever you're trying to do. But anyway, I hope this video was useful or interesting or fun. But it's just a free tool, okay? And I'm sharing this tool here, but also you could use this tool as well, which is also free. You get some free credits. And also using this tool, which is Photopea, that you can do some slight minimal edits that are quite easy using simple tools over here that are quite standard. If you have experience with other editing tools, you'll quickly figure out how to use some of this stuff. But there's some tutorials in here as well. I think there are. I've never really I've just used this tool and taught myself. It's quite self-explanatory. It's quite easy. But there's actually quite a few tutorials on YouTube. If you do a search using Photopea and how to do stuff, a lot of people have uploaded tutorials because there's a lot of people who use this. It's just a free tool. It's like an alternative to Photoshop. But you don't have to be experienced or advanced to use just simple edits like I do. I mean, this is just layered over. And then I just cut it out using the lasso tool. And if you select the lasso tool and you select the feathered to something like 8 or whatever, it gives a kind of a blend or a slightly blurred around the edges, just sort of blends in a little bit better. But since it's holding, he's not too close. You can't see the details too vividly, which is kind of a good thing because unless you're really good at editing and you do some advanced stuff, it doesn't always come out that well. But if you're like me, where I'm not particularly good, but I've just learned a little tweaks and little edits that seem to work. Anyway, I hope this video was useful. Thanks for watching and see you in the next training. Bye for now.